It's amazing how a chapter a day has changed the way we think.
Hey, books are cool and all, but you know what time it is? It's time we learn how to use a double color bomb on Candy Crush. Pick up your phone. Hello?
And how do color bombs lead to success? I'm not seeing the connection.
Put them together and it clears the whole board, and you get like 50,000 points. Success!
You see the cheese you left on your page? Grapes? They don't do that.
How come we're not doing nothing that I want to do?
You mean anything?
No, I want to do nothing. Well, this stinks. I hate to read. I don't want to work. What am I supposed to do while you two grow?
After this, we're going to the gym.
No!
Growth is a choice to put aside your comfort zone in favor of something better.
Well, hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, just depending on when you're catching this live video. I am so excited to continue in the conversation that I started yesterday. You know, there are so many times we get caught up in the emotions of, oh, woe is me. You know, why does this always happen to me? Look what I'm going through. Why does this keep happening over and over and over again? And is there anything I can do about it? And if you're paying attention and you heard my video yesterday, the answer, although it be hard, is yes. There are things you can put into place to change your circumstances, to change your mind, if you will, to dive into your subconscious so that way you can continue down the path. Now, it's not the path of least resistance. I have to warn you. But you can continue down your journey and be able to look into what you consider to be the unknown and dive in and learn. So I want to start today with a quote. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. That's by Zig Ziglar. So, as I continue to research and do my due diligence and study into the neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP for short, I can tell you there's so many things on a subconscious level that we do that we're not even aware of. You know, basic facial movements, eye movements, the way that you have a nervous tick as you're thinking about something. All of them are indicators that can be looked at and can help you through your journey. Now, you have to dive in, sometimes a little deeper than others. So today I'm going to start with the first 5 to start down this path of making way to touch your subconscious mind. Now, Dr. Bruce Lipton can dive deep into this subject. As a matter of fact, there's so many videos that you can look at. And then on top of that, there's several books that he's written, and I'm just kind of endorsing because I know that I've heard him speak in person, and it's phenomenal. The Biology of Belief is one book, The Wisdom of Your Cells is another, and The Honeymoon Effect is yet a third. There's Spontaneous Evolution. So there's many different books that you can read by Dr. Bruce Lipton that will encourage you in this path. But I can tell you, the subconscious mind is pretty interesting, and I have to tell you, 95% of what you do is done by your subconscious mind. Give you the easiest example that I can give you. Think back to when you were 15 or 16, when you got ready to take your driver's license test, if that's when you took yours, okay? Now, you studied, you may have drove a car, maybe you drove a tractor because you grew up on a farm, so you learned stick shift. Whatever it looked like, you prepared through driver's education or just training your mind on how to do it. Now, you didn't just jump into the car that morning and say, I'm going to take my driving test. So what you did is you prepared yourself for that test that you had to go to the DMV to get that license that says you can drive this car. So what did it take? It looked like motor skills. It looked like remembering what different signs were at. Remembering that if you're driving a stick to press down on the clutch before you were able to shift gears. Okay? Remembering that when you're on an incline and you're on a standard, meaning that you have to straight shift, you can't just ease off of the clutch or you'll stall it out, especially on an incline. There's so many different steps that you had to learn. Now, fast forward to today, right now. I guarantee you, when you go to get up in the morning and you're ready for work, when you go out the door, lock your door and get ready to get in a car, you're not thinking about all the steps it took to be able to put the car in reverse, back out of the driveway, put the car into drive, go down the road, turn left, signal on, turn right, signal on, remember to use your brake. It subconsciously, automatically is there for you. Why? Because it's built in. You have learned a process of how you do 95% of the things that you do. And here's the funny part, and it's kind of sad, but kind of funny. You learn all this as far as your learned behaviors of how you perceive things for the first 7 years of your life. All right? It's called the theta stage. In the first 7 years, you learn several different things. Now, you can get the mind into the theta stage, but it takes a lot of effort. All right? So I'm going to give you 5 steps just to kind of get the creative knowledge flowing. But I wanted to give you an example. I'm usually really passionate about things like this because there's so much that you can consume. And I can tell you, I could talk about this for quite some time. So I'm going to get started and let's see where we end up. Again, top 5, and we'll see how we end. There may be another video on this. It just depends. But I promise you, I'm trying to give you as much information as I possibly can. And if you have questions, feel free to reach out. That's what I'm here for. Okay? So how to retrain the subconscious mind. Number 1, be willing to see the unchangeable change. Okay? The first step in creating massive change in your life is not believing that it's possible. It's being willing to see if it is possible. You're not going to be able to jump from being a complete skeptic to a wholehearted believer. The step between those is just being open to seeing what could be possible. You could maybe try sending a few scary emails in which you proposition a client or partner for something that they do not have any reason to respond to. You might have a few dozen ignored messages, but eventually someone will respond. The point is that you're willing to see if it's possible. That's what will change your life. Number 2, give yourself permission to be successful. Instead of regurgitating some old things that you believed in, you'll be happy once you're 10 pounds lighter. One promotion or 2 life events down the line work on changing your inner monologue to I allow my life to be good. That's not how it needs to play out. Give yourself permission to be happy and successful and not feeling guilty about it. If you have a subconscious association between success being amoral or corrupt, of course, you're not going to do what you need to do to live life the way you want to live it. Instead, give yourself permission to step into a whole, happy, healthy, grounded, and meaningful existence. Number 3, don't allow other people's fears to cast shadows of doubt. The way people respond to news, let's see, if your success will tell you exactly how they really feel that you're doing in your life. If you announce your engagement, people who are happy in marriages, they'll be elated. People who are unhappy in marriage will warn you that it is difficult and that you should enjoy your time being single. Look, y'all, just because Joe or Sally are afraid to try something new does not mean that you should listen to their doubts. All you're allowing that to do is prohibit you from continuing in your success. Be mindful. You're more than welcome to listen to family and friends. Do not allow it to cast judgment, though, in whether or not you perceive or proceed. All right? Sometimes you got to get out of your comfort zone. Surround yourself, number 4, with positive reinforcement. All right? What does that look like for you? If you drink, maybe that's a bottle of champagne. Change your morning message on your phone to say congratulations. Make sure that you have a way to celebrate your successes. This is going to happen, and you're already in the process by just sitting here and listening to what steps you can take to start shifting from conscious to subconscious and moving those thoughts. Number 5, speak your success as a present fact, not a future plan. Though you shouldn't say things like, I drive a convertible, or I'm a CEO. If you are not, what you do want to start speaking is how you want it in your life. Not in the context that you will one day pursue it, but that you are already living in it. Instead of saying, I hope to do that one day, say, I am strategically figuring out how to do that right now. Instead of thinking, I will be happy when, think, I am completely capable of being happy right here and right now. Nothing is holding me back. I'll step into one more. Identify what your resistance are. If that's somebody who's in your life who's creating animosity, who's creating a situation that is less desirable and doesn't allow you to follow your passions to be able to change the conscious to subconscious, it's time to figure out how to distance yourself from those emotions and those people. Again, I'm not saying this is easy, but it is. The choices you have to make can be extremely hard. They can be difficult. They can tear you emotionally. They can weigh heavy on your heart, can make you think for hours on end. But you have to identify what it is that are your obstacles that are stopping you from getting where it is that you need to go. And again, these are 6, right? 6 steps. to starting you down the path of setting yourself into a subconscious level, getting into that theta stage. Now, there's many, many different ways you can do this, all right? Many people meditate, all right, and spend hours consuming what it takes to figure out who they are and then adapting what they are right now to what they want to be. That meditation may look like prayer for folks who are like Christian or you know, whatever religion you may be. If you follow a religion. Okay? So, start with these 6. Again, as I always tell you, if I can help just one person through these videos, it's all worth it to me. All right? The motivation that I get is to be able to see the changes that you're making in your life to continue to be successful in what it is that you want to do. Just like I want to continue to be successful in the things that I want to achieve and accomplish. I only want that for you and your business or in your personal life, whatever that looks like. And I truly enjoy being there in this journey with you. So, as I end tonight, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for investing in you. Thank you for spending some time with me. But more importantly, thank you for being real and figuring out what it takes to be successful. And that's going to be some change. Is it scary? Yes. Is it hard? That just depends on what you define as hard. Is it possible? Heck yeah, it's possible. I went from 417 pounds to 170. That's not easy. Nor is changing the mentality, the eating habits, the exercise routines, getting all of that drama and all of that was holding me back out of my life. But it's possible. Again, I can't say it enough. I do it through passion, perseverance, and purpose. What is your passion? What keeps you persevering? What is your true purpose? As always, I hope that you are doing well, that you be blessed, and that you be well, that this video finds you exactly where you are right now and helps you to steer you into what direction you want to go in. Take care, and until the next time we talk, be well, take care of you,